Where are you?
There is a Capitol building behind me. I feel like I'm announcing a coup. It's all right. Don't panic. I'm not taking over. I am speaking to you from Austin, Texas.
Austin, Texas. That is where Fear is shooting. Fear is shooting in Austin, Texas. I'm not sure that's been announced yet. When do you actually start shooting on Fear?
I start shooting tomorrow morning.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, and I only just finished shooting a week ago in Atlanta.
And what did that feel like? What was it like, kind of wrapping?
It's from the very first moment that the whole suggestion of Morgan, my character, going over to the Fear of the Walking Dead, the hardest part of it from beginning until now has been leaving the Walking Dead, leaving that cast, leaving that crew, and I've said my goodbyes to the cast and stuff, and I've said my goodbyes to the crew, but I would just like to say about the crew, because us actors, we take all the bows, but actually that show stands or falls pretty much on the back of that crew. They're an amazing bunch of people, and I'm going to miss them very, 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 very much.
Excellent. Well, please let's have a big hand for the crew. We need to support them. How are you feeling about Lennie heading off to the sister show?
Well, I thought I was all cried out until I saw his face just now.
Oh my gosh.
I love you.
I love you all
God,
so
I love
much.
you.
I love you all so much. So here's something to keep in mind. This is from Scott Gimple, EP of The Walking Dead and Fear, and he wanted to make it very clear that even though Morgan is going to be featured on Fear, he has a lot of story left on The Walking Dead, There's also a whole rest of Season 8 to look forward to of The Walking Dead as well. Morgan's arc in The Walking Dead Season 8 positioned him for the story on Fear. It was also important to see Fear's world and characters through new yet familiar eyes. Kevin, did you know?
No, and that's thrilling. Well, if you're going to pull a character over, what a great pull. Congratulations, sir. That's awesome. Seeing Morgan on that show.
Thank you.
I mean, Morgan is the character, like we saw Morgan, and it feels like Morgan has been on the entire time. He was on in the beginning, he wasn't on for a few seasons, then he came back around, and he's a member of the family. I mean, you are bridging these two shows, and in the very beginning they said, oh, the shows really aren't going to cross over. I'm glad that changed, and I can't think of a better performer and character to sort of tie these two worlds together. Do you have anything to say to the fans before we say goodnight to you so you can go to work tomorrow morning?
I would like to say to the fans that this incredible journey that I've been on, playing Morgan and being on this show, is very, very much down to them. And I hope they stick with this journey because it's their fault. And
Excellent.
And I hope they come with me over to Fear of Walking Dead, because I'm really looking forward to exploring Morgan in a whole different world and a different realm with different characters in a different place.
Excellent. Well, we adore you. Again, we don't have any more details in terms of timeline or what that means, but we're going to start giving you more updates and news on The Walking Dead here on Talking Dead. Please,
I know stuff.
But
I
you
can
can't
tell
say.
But I have to go.
You have to go now. We're going to take you away. Give it up for Lennie James, everyone. Thank you for being here.
Cheers. Thank you very much.
Tell Kim and Coleman and Alicia and everyone else that if they're there, that I said hello and I love them. And as always, Talking Dead will make sure to keep you, the fans, up to date.